Hello everyone, this is Summer from wellinstitute.com. Today I'll be talking about the 7 capacities that sustain a long-term relationship. And I call them capacities, and I chose the word capacities because it's skills. Skills that you can develop, skills that can get rusty sometimes, skills that you can build anytime you want. So remember that, that's the key word for the whole conversation today, the word capacity, which is a skill. The first capacity is the capacity for compassion and warmth. In any long-term relationship, compassion is so important for yourself first and for your partner, because compassion really promotes a sense of an open heart and a curious mind. If we had an open heart and a curious mind, that eliminates judgment between us and our partners. Judgment will come now and then, but we need the majority of the time to be compassion. Remember, we are not seeking perfection. The second capacity is a very interesting one, and it's the capacity to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is a really big key in our conversations with our partner. When we are not vulnerable, we seek to manipulate, we seek to control, so we want to avoid those through being more vulnerable. The third capacity is the capacity for passion and play. Many couples come to therapy because they have lost that capacity to play together again. This capacity was only really good in the honeymoon phase of the relationship. So they come to learn again how to play and bring their passion back to life. And this takes us to a very important capacity, which is the fourth one, which is the intimacy over time. Many people can sustain intimacy when it's a one-time thing, or it's a long-distance relationship, or it's something like that. But when it's a long-term one, where they need to show more affection on a very periodical basis, in a consistent basis, when they need to be emotionally attuned and show empathy and show compassion for their partner, they can do that. So again, that's another skill that we can build together. The fifth capacity is the ability to handle relational conflict. Welcome to real life. Any passionate, alive relationship have a lot of conflict in it. The key is to learn how to fight fair. That's an essential part of life. People show up in counseling, usually research shows between 6 to 7 years late to come to therapy, and they come because things have exploded, because they have put them under the rug for way too long. So that's why they show up to therapy. The next capacity, which is related to the conflict part, is the capacity to have a conflict resolution skills. Once you're in a passionate, alive relationship and you started fighting with your partner, you need to learn how to compromise. Compromise is a really big piece. How to reach to a solution where you say, I can take this one for the team. And next time your partner said the same, and reaching to a midway in between. Okay? The seventh one, and one of the most important capacities, is the capacity to be alone. And this is what we call in therapy emotional maturity. So when you have clients who come, or people who come, that have been a long-term relationship, and now their alone time doesn't threaten the relationship and doesn't threaten their love for each other. They actually encourage each other to have some alone time so that they can grow and they can come back. This tells me that the relationship is really strong, because when you can sustain an alone time, it means the relationship is an interdependent relationship and it's not a codependent relationship. Okay? And it gives you a chance to grow away from your partner and come and share that growth again with your partner. So there's a famous quote by Osho that says, your capacity to be alone is the same capacity to be in love with your partner. Okay? So in sum, the 7 capacities that sustain a long-term relationship are capacity for compassion, capacity for vulnerability, capacity for passion and play, capacity for long-term intimacy, capacity to fight fair and to have a good conflict, capacity for conflict resolution, and the 7th one is a capacity to be alone. If you are interested in any of this information to be sent to your email as an infographic, please leave your email below, or you can write to me at summer@wellinstitute.com. And Summer is spelled S-A-M-A-R. And I'll see you later answering more of your questions regarding Wonder Wednesday.